the number one branding skill you need to master in 2025. We are going to dive in 7 important topics about authentic communication. Ever had one of those days where you show up, do everything right, but something feels off? You're posting, recording, sharing, but deep down, there's this quiet feeling, why this doesn't feel like me anymore? Or you think it's you, authentically you, but it's not being heard by your audience. I had a similar experience last week. I was invited to be a guest on a podcast by a dear friend. Everything was set, but the morning of, I just didn't feel like myself. I wasn't sick, but I knew something was off. And for a moment, I debated pushing through. That old voice in my head said, you should still show up, or find a nice excuse to postpone it, like more professional excuse. But I paused, took a breath, and I messaged her, can we postpone? I am not feeling like myself today. And I want to show up in a way that truly serves the people listening. I want to be me 100% to be able to serve better to your audience. She didn't just say yes, she thanked me. When we recorded later, she told me, I admire you even more now because you were honest, you were transparent, you were vulnerable, and still so professional. That made me trust you even more. That is the power of authentic communication. You know, I always talk about authenticity, authentic branding, and communication is a huge part of branding, marketing, coaching, speaking, entrepreneurship, whatever you're doing. Communication is what we use to understand each other, right? To create a dialogue, to be able to be understood and understand the person we are communicating with. So in 2025, it's not about being perfect and polished anymore. It's about being real with your words, your presence, your energy. If you're ready to drop the mask and show up in a way that truly connects, stay with me. And don't forget to get your coffee. We need it. Authentic communication isn't just a buzzword. It's the heartbeat of brands that actually matter. Why authentic communication matters now. Let me be real with you for a second. I mean, most of the seconds, all the time, I am real, but let me say it. Let me be real, honest with you. The digital world is noisy. So noisy. So many people are showing up, sharing, recording videos like this, posting Instagram reels, YouTube shorts, speaking, lots of things happening. And on top of everything, there are lots of news and political posts and religious posts and other stuff as well. So it's very noisy. Your audience is scrolling through endless AI generated posts. Yes, I forgot to count that. We have the AI now and so many weirdless and stupid posts with that. Not counting the ones that are actually great, but there are tons of trashes out there. They all have the same perfectly scripted messages, and ultra edited, flawless videos that somehow all feel the same. So, how do you stand out? You get real. People don't want polished, they want your presence. They want to see you, not some perfect version of you, but you with all your quirks, your voice, your energy, your real energy. Think about it. When was the last time perfectly edited, scripted, polished video touched your heart? My bet is it's been a while. So let's talk about the myth about authenticity. Because there are also so many people talking about authenticity and using the word authentic, not knowing actually what it means. Okay, pause. I know some of you might be thinking, but Burcu, doesn't authentic mean oversharing? Maybe you're asking, can I really be that open? And here's the truth. Authenticity isn't about oversharing or drama. It's about showing up in alignment with your values, your energy, your truth. It's about being real with intention. You don't have to share everything to be authentic. Just what feels true to you and meaningful for what you are talking about, what you're standing for as a brand. Let's now get into AI for a little bit. It's everywhere, right? And I shared the overwhelm of using AI or having AI around us and how to still stand out while using AI. You can watch that video over here. So AI is everywhere, right? It's writing emails, writing social media posts, writing even video scripts. But here's what AI can't do. It can't feel those little human moments, like the pause before you share something vulnerable, the slight crack in your voice when you are excited or nervous. Those are your superpowers. In old days, they were called like your weaknesses, but they are your superpowers. Your audience feels that energy. And the more you are vulnerable, authentic, real, raw, the more you create that connection, trust. Your audience feels it, and that's where your brand's real magic lives. Here is something I want you to try. Speak to connect, not impress. You know, the best sales happens when you are not trying to sell. That's another topic for another day. But when you're trying to sell your services, something, it ain't going to happen. The more you are laid back, the more you're confident, and the more you're sharing who you are without trying to get people's attention and sell it, the more people get curious about what you're doing because they are already impressed by your authentic, confident energy and they want to know where it comes from. They want to know what you do for work. Before you post or speak, ask yourself, am I trying to connect with my people or am I trying to impress them? The most magnetic brands don't try to impress and they don't try to be perfect or flashy. They speak with their audience, not at them. So drop the salesy scripts, drop the filter, and start talking like you are having a heart-to-heart conversation with a friend. Your story is your shortcut to trust. Remember, people don't buy from brands, they buy from people. And trust is built with stories. We are born and raised with stories. Even as an adult, we like to hear stories. We still read books, listen to the podcasts, listen to the speeches that has a lot of stories in it. We still watch the commercials that has lots of stories in it. So what is your story? Why did you start what you're doing? If you're a coach, why did you start coaching? If you're a speaker, why did you start to speak? If you're an entrepreneur, why did you quit your 9 to 5? If you had one, maybe you become already without having the 9 to 5 experience, but why? And there's always this question I like to ask my guests at the Coffee O'Clock podcast. I always ask them, what was the moment that shifted everything for you? When you share your story honestly, your audience feels seen. They start to believe in your message. And that's when the real connection happens. The 6 parts of this video, I know I didn't say first, second, and third because it's all connected together. It's a story. But the 6th part is about clarity, simplicity, and confidence. Authentic communication doesn't mean rambling. It means clarity. Saying what you mean simply, clearly, and confidently. When you speak with clarity, your message sticks. People remember it and they share it. And that's how you grow your brand authentically. Now let's practice how to practice authentic communication today. Where to start? How to start? Here are the 3 things you can try this week. Record yourself talking about your work without editing. Listen to your natural voice and the emotion behind your words. And second one, share a small behind the scenes moments. I've done this about my speaking, how I set up my stage at home before I do a virtual speaking engagement, and it's here, you can watch it. It's fun. It's fun to see myself too. It's fun to show it to your audience. Then they feel like, oh, look how she's setting up, and it's not like the best version, but you see what's going on around there until you get to that point. And you can use I statements to express your feelings, how you feel, what you believe. It makes your message more human and relatable. So if you're feeling stuck or like your message isn't landing the way you want, I want you to take a moment to ask yourself, are you being real? Are you clear? Are you relatable? Because in 2025, authentic communication isn't just a nice to have. It's your secret weapon. If you want some extra support aligning your voice, brand, and your business, you know where to find me. Let's make your brand feel like you again. Real, raw, authentic, and most importantly, aligned with who you are. And if you're here, if you made until the end, I want you to take a moment to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, what if you share it with a couple of people so they can take advantage of what I share? And for the AI video I mentioned in my video, you can watch it here. And I'll see you there.